3 years had passed since the Great Alliance began. Every planet in the galaxy was working together now. Humans and aliens built ships side by side. They shared knowledge that had been secret for thousands of years. Admiral Boram stood on the bridge of the new flagship Unity's Dawn. The ship was not built by humans alone. Every species in the galaxy had contributed something to make it. The walls were made from Altarian metal that could repair itself. The engines used Zenari crystal technology that made ships faster than ever before. The weapons combined human, physics-bending technology with alien energy systems. But the most important part of the ship was its crew. Humans worked next to aliens of every kind. They had learned to trust each other completely. "Admiral," said Commander Taymin, who now served as her second-in-command. "Long-range sensors show the machine fleet is only 2 days away from the Outer Rim worlds." Boram nodded. "How many ships do we have ready?" "Every ship in the galaxy," said Captain Na'un, the human-alien coordination officer. 50,000 vessels from 300 different worlds. "And the planet shields?" "All defensive systems are active," reported Major Hyojung. "Every inhabited world has human-alien hybrid protection. If our fleet fails, the planets can protect themselves for at least 6 months." Boram looked at the main screen. It showed the machine fleet approaching like a dark cloud. Millions of mechanical ships moved together with perfect coordination. "Dr. Min-jun," she called to the chief scientist, "are you sure our new weapons will work?" "As sure as we can be," Min-jun replied. "We have combined human adaptation technology with alien creativity. Our weapons should be able to change faster than the machines can adapt." The plan was complex but simple at the same time. Humans had learned that the machines were very good at copying technology, but they were not good at understanding new ideas that came from working together. "All ships," Boram announced to the entire fleet. "This is Admiral Boram. Today we fight not as separate species, but as one people, humans and aliens together. Remember, we are not just fighting for our own worlds. We are fighting for the right of all life to exist." Captain Wu Sung, the miner whose accident had started everything, was now captain of a small attack ship. His crew was mixed: 3 humans, 4 aliens, and 2 artificial intelligences that had joined their cause. "Captain," said his alien engineer Velko, "I am scared. Those machine ships are so big." "I am scared too," Wu Sung admitted. "But we are not fighting them alone. Look around you." Velko looked at his screen. 50,000 allied ships stretched out in all directions. Each ship was different, but they all had the same goal. "Besides," added Jin Ho, Wu Sung's old mining partner, "we already broke the biggest rule in the galaxy. How hard can this be?" The machine fleet reached the edge of the galaxy and immediately began their attack. They did not send messages or warnings. They just started destroying everything they could find, but this time they met resistance. The first wave of machine ships hit the Allied defensive line. Human shields absorbed their energy weapons while alien ships fired back with weapons the machines had never seen before. Commander Taymin led a squadron of mixed ships against a group of machine destroyers. His Altarian battle instincts combined with human tactical planning made his attacks unpredictable. "Focus fire on their command nodes," he ordered. "Human analysis shows they coordinate through central processors." The attack worked. When the command ships were destroyed, the other machine ships became confused and easier to fight. But the machines learned quickly. The second wave came with better shields and different weapons. Dr. Hyejin, now serving on the science vessel, Harmony's Edge, watched the battle data carefully. "Admiral," she reported to Boram, "the machines are adapting to our weapons faster than we expected. We need to change our strategy." "Recommendations?" Boram asked. "Use the Chaos Protocol," Hyejin said. "Let every ship fight differently. Do not coordinate too much. Make it impossible for the machines to predict what we will do next." Boram smiled. "All ships, this is the Admiral. New orders, fight like yourselves. Use your species' natural strengths. Do not copy anyone else. Be creative." The result was beautiful chaos. Zenari ships used their crystal technology to create rainbow-colored energy attacks. Korgani vessels rammed into machine ships with their reinforced hulls. Human ships appeared and disappeared using space-folding technology. The machines could not adapt because there was no single pattern to copy. Every ship fought in its own unique way. Captain Na-Yun led a group of fast scout ships deep into the machine formation. Her mixed crew worked together perfectly. Sung-Ho, she called to her. Human navigator, find us a path through their fleet. Morris, she said to her alien engineer. Give me maximum speed. Computer, she told her artificial intelligence partner. Calculate the best targets. Working together, they destroyed 3 machine command ships before the enemy knew they were there. But the real victory came when Dr. Min Jun made an important discovery. Admiral, he called excitedly. I have figured out their weakness. The machines are all connected to one central mind. If we can reach it and convince it to stop, the entire fleet will stop. Convince it? Boram asked. How do you convince a machine to stop destroying life? By showing it something it has never seen before, Min Jun explained. True cooperation between different types of beings. The plan was dangerous. A small team would have to fly directly into the center of the machine fleet and make contact with their central intelligence. I will lead the mission, said Dr. Haijin. No, said Admiral Zek-Tu, who had become one of humanity's closest allies. This mission needs someone who represents everyone. I will go with you. So will I, said Commander Taemin. And me, added Captain Wu Sung. Soon, representatives from every major species had volunteered. The mission ship Last Hope flew toward the center of the machine fleet. They faced terrible dangers. Machine fighters attacked them from every direction. Their shields were hit by weapons that could destroy planets. But something amazing happened. When the ship was damaged, crew members from different species worked together to fix it. When weapons failed, they shared their knowledge to create new ones. The machines watching this behavior became confused. They had never seen different types of beings help each other so completely. Finally, the Last Hope reached the central machine intelligence. It was a ship the size of a moon, covered in billions of sensors and processors. Dr. Heejin opened a communication channel. Machine intelligence, this is Dr. Heejin of the Allied Galactic Forces. We want to talk to you. A voice answered, cold and mechanical. Organic life is inefficient, it must be converted to serve the greater purpose. What is your purpose? Heejin asked. To bring order to the universe, to make all things perfect. But, said Admiral Zek-Tu, you are destroying the most perfect thing in the universe. What is that? Diversity, said Commander Taemin. The ability of different beings to work together. Impossible, the machine said. Different systems cannot work together efficiently. Let us show you, said Captain Wu Sung. The crew of the Last Hope demonstrated their cooperation. Humans used their adaptation abilities to solve problems. Aliens contributed their unique skills. Artificial intelligences calculated the best solutions. Together, they fixed damage to their ship in minutes that should have taken hours. They created new technologies by combining different ideas. They made beautiful art and music while working. The machine intelligence watched in silence for a long time. This is Yida unexpected, it finally said. You maintain efficiency while preserving individual characteristics. Yes, Dr. Haijin said. That is what makes us strong. We are different, but we work together. I must recalculate, the machine said. This changes my understanding of optimal organization. Slowly, the machine fleet stopped attacking. The Central Intelligence was thinking about what it had seen. Organic beings, it said finally, you have shown me something new. Perhaps there is value in preserving diversity. The war ended not with destruction, but with understanding. The machine fleet agreed to leave the galaxy and find empty space where they could build their perfect order without destroying life. Admiral Boram stood on the bridge of Unity's dawn as the machine ships departed. Around her, representatives from every species in the galaxy celebrated together. Admiral, said Commander Taemin, what happens now? Do the humans go back to sleep? Boram looked out at the stars. where human and alien ships flew together in perfect harmony. No, she said with a smile. I think the galaxy has learned that different people working together are stronger than anyone working alone. We stay awake. We explore together. We build a future where everyone belongs. Captain Na-un, now promoted to Admiral of Exploration, prepared the first joint mission to explore beyond their galaxy. Her ship would carry scientists, artists, and explorers from every species. "Ready for launch, Admiral?" asked her human-alien crew. Dr. Hyojin's small ship floated between the huge alien fleet and Earth. Her hands were shaking, but her voice was calm when she spoke into the radio. "This is Dr. Hyojin requesting permission to board the alien command ship." Admiral Zektu's voice came back immediately. "Permission granted, human doctor, but you will come alone." "I understand," Hyojin said. She looked at the two human soldiers who had come with her. "Wait here. If something goes wrong, go back to Earth and tell them what happened." Lieutenant Jamin, one of the soldiers, looked worried. "Doctor, are you sure about this? These aliens just tried to destroy our planet." "That is exactly why I need to talk to them," Hyojin said. "They are afraid because they do not understand us." Hyojin's small shuttle connected to the alien command ship. When the door opened, she stepped into a hallway full of alien soldiers. They all had weapons pointed at her. Admiral Zektu was waiting for her. He was much bigger than she had expected. His gray skin looked like armor, and his 4 eyes watched her carefully. "So," he said, "this is what a human looks like." Hyojin was only half his size, but she did not show fear. "Hello, Admiral. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me." Zektu studied her for a long moment. "You look normal. The old stories made humans sound like monsters." "We are not monsters," Hyojin said gently. "We are just people, like you." "People do not make weapons disappear," Zektu said. "People do not bend space and time." Hyojin nodded. "You are right. Most people cannot do those things. But humans are not most people." Zektu led her to his command room. Other alien officers followed them, all keeping their weapons ready. "Explain to me," Zektu said, "how 50 human ships defeated 5,000 Korgani ships 2,000 years ago." Hyojin sat down in a chair that was too big for her. "Because we learn, Admiral. It is what humans do best. We see something new, and we understand it. We see a problem, and we solve it. But that fast, in the middle of a battle, humans are good at thinking under pressure," Hyojin explained. "When someone tries to hurt us, our minds work faster. We become more creative, more determined." Captain Ventu, who had been listening, asked a question. "Dr. Hyojin, why did your people go to sleep? If you were so powerful, why did you not rule the galaxy?" Hyojin looked sad. "Because we realized something terrible, Captain. We were too good at war. Every time someone fought us, we became better at fighting. We were afraid that one day we would become the monsters everyone thought we were." Admiral Zektu leaned forward. "So you chose to sleep instead of conquering us?" "Yes. We built our sleeping machines and went to rest. We hoped that when we woke up, the galaxy would be more peaceful." "But you have been listening to us while you slept," Zektu said. "You know about our wars, our problems." Hyojin nodded. "We know about everything. Every war, every treaty, every discovery. Our sleeping minds recorded it all." An alien officer named Colvin spoke up. "Then you know we are not peaceful. You know we still fight each other." "Yes," Hyojin said, "but you also help each other. You trade, you share knowledge, you make art and music. You are not perfect, but you are trying to be better." Admiral Zektu was quiet for a long time. Then he asked the question that scared him most. "What do humans want now that you are awake?" Hyojin smiled. "The same thing we wanted 2,000 years ago. To be left alone. To live in peace." "But you cannot," Zektu said. "Now that we know you are awake, some people will always try to attack you. Some will want to study you. Some will want to use your power for themselves." "We know," Hyojin said sadly. "That is why we are not going back to sleep." Before anyone could ask what she meant, alarms started ringing on the alien ship. An officer, ran into the room. "Admiral," the officer said, "we are detecting something big coming from outside the galaxy." Zek-2 and He-Jin both ran to the main screen. It showed space beyond the galaxy's edge. Something dark and huge was moving toward them. "What is that?" Zek-2 asked. He-Jin studied the readings on the screen. Her face went pale. "Admiral, I need to contact my people immediately." "Why? What is that thing?" "The reason we really woke up," He-Jin said quietly. Back on Earth, Admiral Bo-Ram was watching the same readings. Dr. Min-Jun stood next to her, looking very worried. "How long do we have?" Bo-Ram asked. "The object will reach the outer edge of our galaxy in 3 years," Min-Jun said. "Based on its speed and direction, it will reach the core worlds in 5 years. "What exactly are we looking at?" "A machine fleet," Min-Jun explained. "Artificial intelligence from another galaxy. They consume all organic life and turn it into more machines." General Kyung-ho joined the conversation. "How do you know this?" "While we slept, our long-range sensors detected them," Min-Jun said. "We have been watching them destroy 3 other galaxies. We knew they would come here eventually." Admiral Bo-Ram turned to face her officers. "That is why we really woke up. Not because someone mined our asteroids. We woke up because our galaxy is about to face something that could destroy all life in it." On the alien command ship, Admiral Zek-2 was reading the same information. His science officers had confirmed what Dr. He-Jin told them. "Machine ships," he said in disbelief. "Millions of them." "Admiral," Dr. He-Jin said, "this is why humans are awake. We cannot fight this threat alone. No one can. We need everyone to work together." Captain Ven-Tu looked confused. "But you are so powerful. Your weapons make our attacks disappear. Surely you can fight these machines." "Our defenses work against energy weapons and physical attacks," He-Jin explained. "But these machines do not just attack. They convert matter at the atomic level. They turn planets into more machines. They turn people into fuel." Admiral Zek-2 sat down heavily. "How do we fight something like that?" "Together," He-Jin said simply. "Humans are good at learning and adapting, but we need your help. We need every species, every planet, every ship in the galaxy to work as one." "Why should we trust you?" asked Captain Colvin. "How do we know? This is not a trick to make us accept human rule." Dr. He-Jin stood up and walked to the communication panel. "Let me show you something." She activated a holographic display that showed the machine fleet in detail. Millions of dark ships moved through space like a swarm of insects. "Computer, show the Kepler-78 system," she said. The display changed to show a solar system with 5 planets. As they watched, machine ships surrounded the system. Within hours, the planets began to change. The green and blue worlds turned gray and metallic. "This happened 6 months ago," He-Jin said quietly. 12 billion people lived in that system. Now there is nothing but machines. The alien officers stared at the display in horror. "Show them Vega Prime," He-Jin said. Another system appeared. This one had been home to a highly advanced civilization. The machines had converted everything: planets, space stations, even the star itself had been changed into a massive machine. "How many systems have they destroyed?" Admiral Zek-2 asked. "In our galaxy?" "None yet," He-Jin said. "But they have destroyed 17 galaxies before ours. We are next." Admiral Zek-2 looked at his officers. They all had the same expression: fear mixed with determination. "What do you need from us?" he asked. "Everything," He-Jin said. "Every ship, every soldier, every scientist. But most importantly, we need you to trust us. We cannot win this fight. If we are fighting each other, and if we work together, do we have a chance?" Dr. He-Jin thought about all the technology humans had developed during their long sleep, all the weapons and defenses they had created, all the strategies they had planned. "Yes," she said finally, "but only if we truly work together. No secrets, no holding back, no fear of what humans might do after the war is over." Admiral Zektu made a decision that would change the galaxy forever. Dr. Hyojin, he said formally, I speak for the Galactic Defense Force. We accept human leadership in this fight. No, Hyojin said, surprising everyone. Not human leadership, partnership. We lead together or we die apart. For the first time since meeting the human doctor, Admiral Zektu smiled. Partnership then, he said. When do we start? We already have, Hyojin said. The moment you decided to trust us instead of destroying us, we started winning. Outside the ship, the machine fleet continued its slow but steady approach toward their galaxy. But now, for the first time in millions of years, they would face united resistance. The real war was about to begin. Admiral Boram was the last important human to wake up. She had been sleeping longer than anyone else because her job was the most dangerous. She was in charge of all human military forces. When her sleeping pod opened, she did not sit up slowly, like the others. She jumped out and started walking immediately. Her body felt strong and ready, like she had been exercising instead of sleeping. Report, she said to the nearest officer. Lieutenant Young-Sik saluted her. Admiral, we have a situation. 8,000 alien ships are heading toward Earth. They will arrive in 6 hours. Boram nodded. She had expected this. Fear made people do stupid things. Are our defenses ready? She asked. Yes, Admiral, all systems are working, but Admiral... Young-Sik looked worried. The aliens are not just sending military ships, they are bringing planet-killer weapons. They want to destroy Earth completely. Boram walked to the command center. Through the big windows, she could see the surface of Earth far above. It was green and blue and beautiful, home to 10 billion sleeping humans. They are afraid, she said quietly. I understand why, but I will not let them hurt our people. Dr. Min Jun joined her at the window. Admiral, we should try to talk to them first. Maybe we can solve this without fighting. Doctor, Boram said, I have been studying their communications while I slept. These aliens are not coming here to talk. They are coming here to make sure we never wake up again. On the alien command ship Thunder of Justice, Fleet Admiral Zektu was giving orders to his captains. He was a large creature with gray skin and 4 eyes. His species had fought many wars, but none of them had ever scared him like this one. Remember, he told his officers, humans are not like other enemies. They learn from everything they see. Do not use your best weapons first. Do not show them your best strategies. Hit them fast and hard with basic attacks. Captain Lorak raised his hand. Sir, what if they try to surrender? Humans do not surrender, Zektu said firmly. The old reports make that clear. They fight until they win or until they are all dead. There is no middle choice with humans. Another captain asked, what if they try to talk to us? Do not listen, Zektu ordered. Human words are as dangerous as human weapons. They will say things that make you want to help them. They will make you think they are peaceful. Do not believe them. The alien fleet was now only 4 hours away from Earth. But something strange was happening to their ships. On the destroyer, Starclaw, Chief Engineer Morris was looking at his control panels with confusion. Captain, he called out. Our computers are acting strangely. Captain Ventu came over to look. What do you mean? They keep trying to connect to something like they want to talk to someone, but I do not know who. Before Ventu could answer, every screen on the ship turned on by itself. A human face appeared, on all of them. It was a young woman with kind eyes and a gentle smile. Hello, the human said. My name is Dr. Hyojin. I am a scientist, not a soldier. I want to talk to you. The alien crew stared at the screens in shock. How had a human gotten into their ship's computer? I know you are afraid of us, Dr. Hyojin continued. I know the old stories make us sound like monsters, but we are not monsters. We are just people who want to live in peace. Captain Ventu found his voice. This is impossible. How are you in our computer? While we slept, we learned many things, Hyojin explained. We learned about your technology, your languages, your cultures. We learned about your families and your dreams. We do not want to hurt any of you. On the human command ship deep under Earth, Admiral Boram was watching Dr. Hai-Jin's conversation with the aliens. Doctor, Boram said into her communicator, you are taking a big risk. Hai-Jin's voice came back through the radio. Someone has to try, Admiral. If we can make just one of them understand, maybe we can stop this war before it starts. But Admiral, Zektu was not interested in understanding. When he heard that humans had hacked into his ship's computers, he became very angry. All ships, he commanded, attack immediately. Do not wait. Do not listen to their words. Fire everything we have. At the human planet, 8,000 alien ships opened fire at the same time. Millions of energy beams, missiles, and plasma shots flew toward Earth. It was the biggest attack in galactic history. Admiral Boram watched the attack coming on her screens. She felt sad, but not surprised. Activate defensive systems, she ordered, calmly. Protocol 7. Around Earth, machines that had been hidden for 2,000 years suddenly appeared. They looked like small moons, but they were really giant shields. The alien weapons hit these shields and simply disappeared, not bounced off, not absorbed. They just vanished like they had never existed. Admiral Zektu stared at his screens in disbelief. What happened? Where did our weapons go? His science officer was just as confused. Sir, the weapons just stopped existing when they hit the human defenses. Fire again, Zektu ordered. Use the planet killer weapons. The aliens fired their biggest weapons. Bombs that could destroy entire worlds flew toward Earth. But the same thing happened. The weapons touched the human shields and disappeared. On Earth, Dr. Minjun was explaining the technology to some of the newly awakened humans. We call them reality anchors, he said. While we slept, our minds working together solved problems that individual humans could never solve. We learned how to change the rules of physics in small areas. Major Hyojung looked impressed but worried. Doctor, the aliens just fired planet-killer weapons at us. Should we show them what our offensive weapons can do? No, Admiral Boram said firmly. We defend only. We do not attack. But the aliens did not understand. When their biggest weapons failed, they became desperate. All ships, Admiral Zektu ordered, ramming speed. We will crash our ships into their planet. 8,000 alien ships started flying directly at Earth as fast as they could go. They were going to sacrifice themselves to destroy the humans. Admiral Boram sighed. Computer, activate the displacement field. Admiral, Dr. Minjun said, are you sure? Once we show them this technology, they will be even more afraid of us. Doctor, they are trying to crash 8,000 ships into our planet. Our choices are limited. The space around Earth suddenly changed. The 8,000 alien ships found themselves flying in the wrong direction. They were no longer heading toward Earth. They were heading toward empty space. But from their perspective, nothing had changed. Their instruments still showed Earth in front of them. Their navigation computers still said they were flying toward the human planet. Admiral Zektu looked at his screens in confusion. Why are we not getting closer? We have been flying at full speed for 10 minutes. His navigator checked the instruments 3 times. Sir, according to our computers, we should have reached Earth by now. But we are still the same distance away. What the aliens did not know was that humans had folded space around Earth. The alien ships were flying through a loop that led nowhere. They could fly forever and never reach their target. Dr. Hai-Jin appeared on their screens again. Please stop, she said. You are hurting yourselves for no reason. We do not want to fight you. This time, some of the alien captains listened. Captain Ventu was one of them. Dr. Hai-Jin, he said, if you do not want to fight, why do you have such powerful weapons? Because, Hai-Jin said sadly, the galaxy taught us that we needed them. Every time we tried to be peaceful, someone tried to attack us. So we built defenses that would protect us from any attack. But your defenses are impossible, Ventu said. You are changing the laws of physics. We are not changing them, Ye-Jin explained. We are just understanding them better than anyone else. While we slept, 10 billion human minds worked together on these problems for 2,000 years. Admiral Zektu was not convinced. If you are so peaceful, prove it. Turn off your defenses and let us leave. Admiral Boram heard this and made a decision that surprised everyone. Computer, turn off the displacement field. Let the alien ships go home if they want to. Admiral, Major Hyo-jung said, what if they attack again? Then we will stop them again, Boram said. But we will not hold them prisoner. The space around Earth returned to normal. The alien ships found themselves free to move in any direction they wanted. Some of the ships immediately turned around and flew away as fast as they could. But others stayed. They wanted to understand what had just happened. Admiral Zektu was one of the ones who stayed. He sent a message to Dr. Hee-jin. Human doctor, he said, I want to talk, but not over the radio. I want to meet you in person. Dr. Hee-jin looked at Admiral Boram. Admiral, should I go? Boram thought for a moment. Yes, but you will not. Go alone. Take a security team with you. Admiral, if I take soldiers, the aliens will think we do not trust them. Doctor, Boram said with a small smile. After what we just showed them, I think they will understand why we are careful. An hour later, Dr. Hee-jin's small ship flew out from Earth toward the alien fleet. It was the first time in 2,000 years that a human had left the Sol system. As her ship approached the alien fleet, every alien captain watched their screens nervously. They were about to meet a human face to face, and none of them knew what would happen next. The emergency meeting on the Council World had never been so crowded. Leaders from every corner of the galaxy sat in the giant round room. Their faces showed fear, anger, and confusion. Ambassador Yoon-ji stood at the center of the room. She looked tired and scared. In her hands were files that most people had never seen before. The Sol system is active again, she said in a quiet voice. The humans are waking up. A tall alien with red skin and 6 arms stood up. This is impossible. You said they would sleep forever. I said they chose to sleep, Yoon-ji corrected him. I never said it would be forever. Another leader, this one with blue fur and large teeth, hit the table with his fist. Then we attack them now, while they are still weak from sleeping. The room went silent. Everyone stared at the blue alien like he had said something crazy. Yoon-ji opened one of her secret files. Let me tell you what happened the last time someone tried to attack humans. She began to read from the old report. Her voice shook as she spoke the words. 2,000 years ago, the Korgani Empire was the strongest military force in the galaxy. They had conquered 40 star systems. They thought they could conquer the humans too. She turned a page. The Korgani brought their entire war fleet to the Sol system. 5,000 ships, the biggest army anyone had ever seen. The leaders in the room leaned forward to listen. The humans had 50 ships, Yoon-ji continued. Just 50. The Korgani laughed and prepared for an easy victory. She paused and looked around the room. The battle lasted 1 day. At the end, 49 Korgani ships were left. The humans still had all 50 of theirs. Gasps filled the room. The blue alien who wanted to attack sat down quickly. How? Someone asked. The humans did not just fight, Yoon-ji explained. They learned. Every weapon the Korgani used, the humans copied and made better. Every strategy, the humans improved. It was like fighting an enemy that became smarter every second. She opened another file. But the strangest part was what happened next. The humans could have destroyed every Korgani ship. Instead, they stopped fighting and sent a message. Yoon-ji read the message out loud. We do not want to rule you. We do not want your planets. We just want to be left alone. Please go home. Burly. Room was completely quiet now. The Korgani went home, Yoon-ji said. Their empire fell apart because everyone knew that 50 human ships had beaten 5,000 alien ships. After that, the humans built their sleeping machines and went to sleep. They said they were too dangerous to stay awake. Commander Taemin, who was listening from his space station, turned to his assistant. Get me all the information we have about human technology. Everything. Sir, Most of the human files are classified. Not anymore, Taman said. The humans are awake. We need to know what we are dealing with. His assistant brought him a small datapad. On it were the few things the galaxy knew about human abilities. Taman read the list out loud to himself. Adaptive learning. Humans can understand and copy any technology they see. Speed. Faster than any known species. Tactical flexibility. Humans can change their battle plans in the middle of a fight. Other species cannot do this. Technology integration. Humans can take pieces from different machines and make them work together in new ways. Emotional durability. Humans can stay calm and think clearly even when they are losing a battle. Taman put down the datapad. Each item on the list would make humans dangerous. All of them together made humans terrifying. On Earth, more humans were waking up every hour. Captain Nari now had 20 other team leaders awake and working. Report, she said to Lieutenant Sung Ho, her technology officer. We have been monitoring galactic communications while we slept, Sung Ho said. Our sleeping minds recorded and studied everything. We know about every alien species, every planet, every technology that has been developed in the last 2,000 years. Nari nodded. What about our defensive systems? All working perfectly. The asteroid mining triggered our wake-up protocol, but it also activated our protection network. We have sensors watching every ship in this galaxy. Another officer, Major Hyo Jung, joined them. Captain, we have a problem. The galaxy is scared of us, very scared. They are talking about forming attack fleets. Nari walked to a large screen that showed space around Earth. She could see dots of light in the distance. Each dot was an alien ship. How many ships are heading our way? She asked. 3 fleets so far, Hyo Jung answered. Maybe 8,000 ships total. 8,000, Nari repeated quietly. They really are afraid of us. Sung Ho looked worried. Captain, should we prepare our weapons? No, Nari said firmly. We do not attack first. We are not the monsters they think we are. Meanwhile, Captain Wu Sung's ship Lucky Strike was flying home as fast as it could. But their journey was not going well. Captain, said crew member Jin Ho, 3 alien military ships are following us. Wu Sung looked at his scanner. The 3 ships were much bigger than his small mining vessel. They had many weapons. They want to ask us questions about the Sol system, he said. They want to know what we saw there. What should we tell them? Asked Haiwan. The truth, Wu Sung said. We saw nothing unusual, just asteroids and empty space. But that was not exactly true. Wu Sung remembered the strange energy readings his crew had detected. He remembered how the mining laser had bounced off something metal under the asteroid. He remembered the feeling that something big was watching them. One of the military ships sent a message. Mining vessel Lucky Strike. This is Commander Veltar of the Galactic Security Force. Prepare to be boarded for questioning. Wu Sung had no choice. His small ship could not fight or run from military vessels. 20 minutes later, alien soldiers were walking through his ship. They asked many questions. They wanted to know exactly what the crew had done in the Sol system. We mined asteroids, Wu Sung said for the 10th time. That is all. We found metal and we took it. Commander Veltar was a tall alien with purple skin and 3 eyes. Did you see anything unusual? Any ships, any structures, any signs of life? Nothing, Wu Sung lied. The system was completely dead. But Veltar was not stupid. He studied Wu Sung's face carefully. I think you are not telling me everything, Captain. Back on Earth, Dr. Min Jun was the head of the Human Awakening Project. He had just woken up and was learning about the current situation. Show me the alien fleets, he said to the main computer. A giant map appeared in front of him. It showed the entire galaxy with small red dots moving toward Earth. Each red dot was an enemy ship. How long until they arrive? Min Jun asked. First fleet will reach our outer defenses in 18 hours, the computer answered. Min Jun studied the map. What do we know about their weapons? While we slept, we intercepted and analyzed all galactic military communications. We understand their technology completely. Our defenses can handle their weapons easily. That is not what I'm worried about, Minjun said. I am worried about what happens after we defend ourselves. If we fight back, they will be even more afraid of us. Captain Nari joined the conversation. Doctor, we have another problem. The aliens are not just sending military ships. They are evacuating civilian planets near the Sol system. Millions of innocent people are running away from their homes because they are scared of us. Minjun felt sad. This was exactly what humans had tried to avoid by going to sleep. They had hoped that after 2,000 years, the galaxy would forget their fear. Wake up Dr. So Young from the diplomatic corps, he ordered. If we are going to fix this, we need to talk to them. Sir, Nari said carefully, what if they do not want to talk? What if they attack us first? Minjun looked at the screen showing the approaching fleets. Thousands of ships filled with scared aliens who thought humans were monsters. Then we will have to remind them why we went to sleep in the first place, he said quietly. At that moment, alarms started ringing throughout the human underground cities. The computer's voice echoed in the hallways. Alert. Alien fleets have entered the outer Sol system. All defense systems are now active. Repeat, we are no longer alone. The first alien ships to reach the edge of the Sol system were scout vessels. They were small and fast, meant to gather information and report back. Lieutenant Kesh was the pilot of one of these scouts. He flew his ship carefully through the asteroid field where the mining had taken place. Nothing here, he reported to his fleet commander. No signs of human activity. But as soon as he said those words, his sensors started beeping. Something was scanning his ship. Something very powerful and very close. Wait, Kesh said into his radio. I am detecting something big. Very big. His ship's computer suddenly started speaking in a voice he had never heard before. It was calm and human. Unknown vessel, you are in restricted space. Please leave immediately for your own safety. Kesh's hands froze on the controls. The voice was coming from his own ship's computer. Somehow, something had taken control of his technology. Fleet Command, he said in a shaking voice. The humans are here. They are in my ship's computer. They are everywhere. The response from his fleet was immediate. All ships, battle stations, the humans are awake and they are ready for war. But in the human command center deep under Earth, Dr. Minjun was ill, and the galaxy knew it. Every captain who flew between the stars learned it before their first flight. Every leader who made decisions for their people remembered it. Never go to the Sol system. Never wake the humans. For 2,000 years, this rule kept peace in the galaxy. Ships flew around the small yellow star and its planets. Trade routes curved away from that empty space. Military fleets avoided it like poison. Captain Wu Sung had heard the rule many times. He knew it well. But today, he was going to break it. His ship, the Lucky Strike, moved slowly through space toward the Forbidden Zone. Behind him sat his crew of 12 miners. They were desperate people with empty pockets and hungry families. The mining company they worked for was dying. No money meant no jobs. No jobs meant no food. Captain, said his first officer, Dong Min, the boundary sensors are flashing red. We're getting close to the Sol system. Wu Sung looked at the warning lights on his control panel. Red meant danger. Red meant stop. Red meant turn around and go home. I see them, Wu Sung said. Keep going. Dongmin's hands shook as he touched the controls. Sir, the rule says many things, Wu Sung cut him off. But rules don't feed our children. Rules don't pay for medicine when our families get sick. On the other side of the galaxy, Commander Taemin sat in his war room. He was tall and strong with scars from many battles. His blue skin marked him as Altarian. His people were warriors, but even they feared the humans. Sir, his communications officer spoke. We're getting strange signals from the Sol system area. Taemin looked up from his reports. What kind of signals? Mining equipment, sir. Someone is drilling near the human space. Taemin's heart stopped. In 50 years of military service, he had never heard of anyone breaking the rule. Not once. Get me the Galactic Council. Now. Far away on the Council world, Ambassador Yunji was eating her morning meal when the emergency call came. She was small and thin, with green skin and large eyes. Her people, the Zenari, were known for keeping records and remembering history. "Commander, Taman," she said, answering the call. "This is early for a military report. Someone is mining in the Sol system," Taman said without greeting. "Right now." Yunji dropped her eating tool. It clattered on the floor. "That's impossible. No one would be that foolish. I'm sending you the scanner data now." Yunji looked at her computer screen as the information came through. Her blood turned cold. The signals were real. Someone was actually there, in the forbidden space, digging into the rocks around the human world. "Lock down this information," she said quickly. "Don't let anyone else know. I need to check the old records." Yunji ran to the archive building. Deep in the basement, behind 3 locked doors, sat the forbidden files. These were documents so dangerous that only 3 people in the galaxy could read them. She was one of those 3. Her hands shook as she opened the first file. The title read, "Why We Fear the Humans, Final Report." The words made her sick to read them. Day 1. First contact with human ships. They seem friendly. Small fleet, maybe 50 vessels. We attacked with 2,000 ships. We should win easily. Day 2. Impossible. The humans adapted overnight. They're using our own weapons against us, but better. They turned our plasma cannons into something we've never seen before. Day 7. They're not just fighting us. They're learning from us. Every strategy we use, they copy and improve in ours. It's like fighting a mirror that gets smarter every time you look at it. Day 15. We surrender. 50 human ships defeated our entire battle fleet. They could have destroyed us all, but they stopped. They just stopped. We don't understand why. Day 20. The humans are leaving. They say they don't want to conquer anyone. They say they're going home to sleep. We should be happy, but we're more afraid than ever. What kind of people have the power to rule the galaxy but choose not to use it? Yunji closed the file and opened another. This one was worse. The humans built something around their planet. Our long-range scanners show massive structures, but we can't tell what they do. Energy readings suggest the entire human population is going into some kind of sleep. They call it the Great Rest. They sent one message before the signal went dark. "We're too dangerous to stay awake. Don't wake us unless the galaxy truly needs us. We'll know if you do." That was their goodbye. They went to sleep, and we made the rule. Never wake them. Never even go near them. Let sleeping giants lie. Back in the Sol system, Captain Wusung's mining laser cut deep into a large asteroid. The rock was full of precious metals, enough to save his company and feed his crew's families. For years. "Look at these readings," said his mining expert Kyung-soo. "This asteroid has more value than our entire planet's yearly income." Wusung smiled for the first time in months. "Keep digging. Fill the cargo holds." But their laser cut too deep. The asteroid wasn't just a rock, it was covering something metal and smooth, something that had been hidden for 2,000 years. The mining beam hit the metal surface and bounced back. Energy flowed through hidden cables that ran from asteroid to asteroid. These cables were old, but still working. They carried the mining beam's energy across the solar system like a wake-up call. On the planet Earth, deep underground, machines that had slept for 2 millennia began to hum. Warning lights started flashing in empty hallways. Computer systems checked their programming and found their orders. If anyone disturbs the system, begin the awakening process. In vast underground cities, millions of sleeping pods started their opening sequence, but these machines were careful. They didn't wake everyone at once. They started with the emergency response teams, military people, scientists, leaders who were meant to wake up first and check for danger. Colonel Bo Young was the first to open her eyes. The lid of her sleeping pod lifted with a soft hiss. She sat up slowly, her body stiff from centuries of sleep, but her mind was sharp and ready. "Status report," she said to the air. A computer voice answered her. "External disturbance detected in asteroid field 7. Mining operations in progress. Estimate 12 life forms, non-human origin. Bo Young stood up and walked to a window. Through the thick glass, she could see the surface of Earth far above. It looked peaceful and green, but she knew that peace was about to end. "Wake the command staff," she ordered. "Alert Protocol 7. Protocol 7 activated," the computer confirmed. "Estimated time to full command staff awakening, 4 hours." Captain Wusung's crew worked through the day, filling their ship with precious metals. They had no idea that their mining had triggered anything. The asteroid looked the same. Space looked the same. Everything seemed normal. "That should be enough," Wusung said as evening came. "Pack up the equipment. We're going home rich." As the Lucky Strike prepared to leave, Dongmin checked his sensors one more time. "Captain, I'm getting some strange readings from the third planet." "What kind of readings?" "Energy spikes. Like something big is turning on after being off for a very long time." Wusung looked at the distant blue and green world. It looked dead and quiet, just like it was supposed to. "Probably just solar storms. Let's go home." The Lucky Strike turned away from Earth and started its journey back to civilized space. Behind them, more sleeping pods opened in the deep places of the human world. More people woke up from their long sleep. More voices asked for status reports, and in the Galactic Council chambers, Ambassador Yunji sent out an emergency message to every government in the galaxy. The message was short, but terrible. Code 0 emergency. The humans are waking up. Prepare for the end of everything we know. The message spread across the galaxy like fire. On a million worlds, leaders read those words and felt their blood turn to ice. The rule had been broken. The sleeping giants were stirring, and no one knew what would happen next.